Okay, so... And the reason is I'm eating biltong, right? Biltong, for those of you that know what that is, that's why he's here. Anyway, working from home today. Yesterday I thought I might have swine flu, so a lot of people in Joburg have it currently, and they're all kind of flat and out. But I decided I don't have it. Didn't feel well yesterday, not feeling top today, but not too bad. But I've decided I don't have it. I'm not going to give in and just have it. Still, I'm taking tablets and drugs. But anyway, I had a couple of interesting conversations the last few days. Jackson? Yeah, anyway. And one in particular this morning. So just food for thought, right? I had this with a client earlier this morning. So we all have things that trigger us, right? And two thoughts on that. So things might trigger you from a trauma point of view. It might trigger you from an anxiety point of view. And you should more than likely know, if you're aware of it, what your triggers are. You should know the things that's going to take you downhill. And you should then, this isn't a perfect world, you should have coping mechanisms for those things. That you know, if I'm going to watch, I don't know, if you've been bitten by a shark, bad idea. But if you then watch Jaws, it might trigger you. Stupid example, but you get the idea. So you should know that if I'm going to do this, I need coping mechanisms. And what happens, and this is, which I've done with clients and I've done with therapists and whatever the case is, but it's like rabbit holes. When you get triggered, you go down a rabbit hole and you slide and you just go whoop, down the rabbit hole you go. And that's when you overthink, you get stressed out, you freak out. For some people, it's addiction, whatever the case is. But when you're aware of what your triggers are, you should be ring fencing your little rabbit hole. You should be putting perimeter traps on. You should be putting a barbed wire fence around it so that you don't go there, right? If you are going to go into your rabbit hole, whether it's in coaching or in therapy, you need to then, if someone's going to go there with you, it should be someone you trust. And there was a phrase that came up this morning in my session with one of my clients, and it's when some random person approaches you and they start talking. It could be someone at work, it could be a family member that you're not that close to, it could be an acquaintance or a friend, and they trigger you, right? And then you go down your rabbit hole. You slide because of what someone else did. The phrase that came up is, you shouldn't allow that to happen, because you should be aware of what your rabbit hole is and where you start sliding down. And that person hasn't earned the right to go down your rabbit hole with you. That was, and it came up in conversation, I thought it's a pretty good analogy. That person hasn't earned the right to go down your rabbit hole with you. People need to earn that right. You need to trust them. They need to be close enough to understand and aware enough not to try and fight you for things. So anyway, just that thought was two thoughts. Number one, ring fence your rabbit hole. Know what it is that triggers you. Figure it out. If you can't do it on your own, try and work with someone to find it. But ring fence your rabbit hole and have coping mechanisms for when you hit that ring fence. And then second of all, if someone triggers you, remember that they might not have earned the right to go down your rabbit hole with you. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, otherwise, just uploaded a trip report from Svalbard, which is good fun, to the Wild Eye YouTube channel and to the Wild Eye blog, as well as Behind the Frame, where I take you through a processing of a polar bear image. Those are both in the Wild Eye blog. If you do watch the trip report, the Svalbard trip report, make sure to watch the bonus footage at the end. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I am going to get this live. I'm going to get back to work. Remember, ring fence your rabbit holes. Because when you go down your rabbit hole, where anxiety and all the other things are, make sure you know what it is. And if you don't know what it is, try and figure it out. There's huge value there. And remember, not every person that comes at you with their own problems or that challenges you on your inadequacies and fears and triggers have earned the right to go down your rabbit hole with you. That should be a privilege for someone. And if it's the right person, it would be. Anyway, Maybe I'm just a little bit tired. Maybe it's the flu medication. But I'm going to go. Protect your rabbit hole. Bye for now.